The Chicago Bulls get more bad injury news, even though we're here to talk about the game going on today. As the Chicago Bulls take on the Atlanta Hawks at home, we're going to talk about it. Plus, the injury updates that just aren't looking too good at all for the Chicago Bulls team. It's really one thing after another. But we're going to get into it all and more. But first, you know what we got to do. If I can actually do it, because again, restreams being stupid, we're going to get into it after this intro.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. I'm the host, Haize, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Bulls Central Pod on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that said, let's go ahead and get into this content today, y'all. And yes, it is City Edition night, and we're in the City Edition gear. You can get this at Fanatics and at New Era. This is where this whole fit came from. Y'all go over there and get it if you want to join in on the festivities when the Chicago Bulls do wear their City Edition uniforms. But nonetheless, we got some updates to get into when it comes to this one. So Billy Donovan did update on the Patrick Williams injury, and it looks like they did do some scans on it, and there is still some swelling there. So unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be a while before Patrick Williams comes back. So said this, imaging only showed inflammation. They'll need to calm down the inflammation before they figure out a return to play plan. Pat is still has discomfort and soreness in the foot. So that right there, that end of week, whatever, expect Patrick Williams to be out past Thanksgiving is basically what that to say. I would not be surprised if we don't see any of Patrick Williams at all the rest of this week or next week. Now, with that said, Billy Donovan did say that he does expect Modest Vucevic to get more minutes with Patrick Williams being out. Now, the thing in this, it says he expects. You're the coach. You're the coach, Billy Donovan. What do you mean you expect he's going to get more minutes? You're the one who determines the minutes, Billy. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? But nonetheless, that's the update. I wanted to give that update. It's just a never-ending thing goes around when it comes down to. Thought City Edition was tomorrow versus Memphis, and tonight was the Statement Unis. Listen, if it is what it is. I got gear for that too. If I'm a little early, it is what it is. Solid 2 City Edition hoodies at Foot Locker today. Didn't pull the trigger. You should have. You should have pulled the trigger. You should have pulled the trigger on it. Hold on, let me update this real quick. Bam. All right. What's good, Haize? What's going on, Robert? Glad to have you in the building. What's good, Haize? Got a feeling you're going to be eating Vegemite toast after this game. Hey, listen. If I do, I do. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, we got to see Josh Giddey get his shit together. That's just what it comes down to, right? That's not blaming everything on him, but he got to get his shit together, bro. Little bro, something the Bulls do that 100% angers me. Watch every shot, then watch how the Bulls react. They don't, and that's coaching. If they don't be supposed to yank them. Well, I mean, yes, they're right. Like, yes, that is theoretically, but unfortunately, when you're NBA, politics get involved in things like that. But yeah, it is definitely, I've said it before, the lack of movement off the ball, I blame that on coaching, because you as a coach just be stopping practice and tell them, what are you doing? You should be moving out the ball. Not following up your shots, that's a coaching thing as well. Like, it just is what it is when it comes down to it. Bro, it's crazy how people watch Malik, Ace Bailey, Cooper Flagg, and Igor Denham and don't understand why the NBA teams love this draft. Are there people who really don't understand why this is such a deep draft? Like, people are so wrapped up in Cooper Flagg that they don't realize that literally there are probably 4 players to 5 players in this draft that would have all gone number 1 overall in the last 3 or 4 drafts had they been in those drafts. That just is what it is when it comes down to it. So we'll see what happens. Billy deserves hands and feet for Modest not playing. First of all, are you going to use your feet on him, Jacob Pone? Are you talking about your actual feet or the tires, the wheels? Which one? I'm just wondering. Shout I'm the only one who could joke with him like that. But no, I mean, listen, I don't understand it. I really don't. Like, it's not like we're winning a bunch of games. And I said this over on Locked on Bulls. The thing that I would understand the most is that if the Bulls were like winning and rocking and rolling, and you're like, hey, Rook, unfortunately, we're winning. We don't really have time to learn on the fly. That's different. We're 6-10. We're 6-10. So, no, it's unfortunate, man. Where do you get that hat from? It looks fire. This one came from Fanatics. So it's the City Edition. Um, yeah, yeah. It's you know what? I have my issues with the City Edition jersey. The thing I don't have the issue with is the color scheme. I don't have an issue with the color scheme at all. Two Aussie in this today. Today I can't lose. That's hey, listen, great way to look at it. Bucks wanting to trade a couple of seconds for Torrey Craig. Send him on the bus now. Did that come out? Yeah, if they send in a couple of seconds, yes, he's gone. Love you, Tori. Thank you for your time, but get up out of here. I do see that it dropped 2 hours ago. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. Hi, Haize, how are you doing, bro? I gave you a like on your channel. Go Bull, C Rare. We appreciate you, Jimmy. Appreciate you, brother. Did you listen to the Kendrick album yet? Shit's fire. His top 4 best rappers out right now, besides JID, Earl, Sweatsuit, Shirt, and Eminem. Well, Kendrick's better than JID and Earl, but yeah, I've listened to the album probably about 3 times all the way through, and it's a masterpiece. And it's gotten better on every listen. Every single listen's gotten better. Of course, Squabble, Glory. I love the Gloria track. The Heart 6 is amazing. Most the album is just great. It's great. Billy did say Modest didn't play last game because of the matchup problems. Got to put on some weight before going against Giannis. Well, unfortunately, there's a lot of other players he could have guarded other than Giannis. So I don't buy that. He doesn't get that because you don't have to put him on Modest. I mean, put him on Giannis. Hell, you put Dalen Terry on Modest on Giannis sometimes. But even with that, you didn't have to put him on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's not a must for you to do. Billy is stuck in his ways. Rookies don't play unless multiple injuries. Well, that's wrong. That's wrong because Io played early. P. Will played early. Julian Phillips played his rookie year until he got hurt. Like Julian Phillips was on pace to play 55 games in his rookie year. The only rookies that Billy Donovan hasn't played is Dalen, who was extremely rough, Marko Simonovic, who sucked ass, and now Modest Bucilis. Every other rookie under the Bulls has played considerably more than Dalen Terry and Modest Bucilis. So that thought process that Bully doesn't play rookies, he does play rookies. It's mostly idiotic Bulls fans suck because I'm telling them the best thing for the team is that we keep this pick because the draft is loaded. They say we need to compete. I'm like, for what? The play-in? Yeah, I mean, listen, the thing is that you see, and this is with every fan base. I'm not just coming at Bulls fans with this, but I am a Bulls fan, so it is what it is that Bulls fans get so caught up in the moment, right? Meaning that if they think we're winning, it's like, oh, well, why would we get rid of such and such, such and such? We're going to win. Who we're going to get better than them? The thing is, it's not just about that because where's the ceiling of this team? A play-in? First round exit? Like, come on. What are we talking about? Ace Bailey is better than Cooper Flag, bro. He's more athletic than Cooper. And see, that's the thing that people get caught up on. The flashy versus the actual play. Cooper Flag's a beast defensively as well, which I think puts him a little bit above Ace Bailey. But let me be clear here. I don't give a fuck which one of them. If either one of them come here, yes. That's yes. Yes. Billy will put THC at the 4 out of spite. Oh, come on, man. I mentioned playing out of position, but what I mean is just the fact of how we're playing shows that we don't have the players that can play out of position. No, I don't agree with that. We have players that can play multiple positions. Kobe can play 2 positions. Zach's playing the 3 now. He can play 2 positions. Julian Phillips can play 2 positions. it's not just about their inability to play two positions. It's still about how you support it and how the rest of the roster works. And a lot of it too is Billy Donovan's rotations. So I mean, and you don't want, like, the modern NBA, you want everybody to be able to play multiple positions. So no, we got multiple players that can play out of position. The thing that we don't have is size, though. And that's not because of other players playing out of position. We just don't have, it's not even necessarily just the size aspect, it's a skill set aspect with size that we're also missing. And that's tough to overcome. Has Tyler the Creator fell off? Hell no. If you listen to the last Tyler the Creator album, that man ain't fell off at all, bro. Not at all. The thing I love about Tyler the Creator too is that every album is so different from Tyler. Tyler makes music, like when you go and look at Tyler the Creator, it's all phases, like different phases of life, different phases of type of music, different ways that he experiments. And I love that about Tyler. Now, I'm not like a huge Tyler the Creator fan. I don't love everything that Tyler the Creator's done, but I do respect that he tries to always come out the box musically, right? Sonically, he tries different things, and I appreciate that. From in an era where a lot of artists, all of their music starts sounding the same, Tyler the Creator has not really fallen into that box, right? Do Levine and Vooch try to play well just to get a good transfer and not play to make the team win? Oh no, have you watched them? I think their play stands for itself. They're absolutely playing to win basketball games. Now I think you can accomplish both. It's not an either or, but no, Vooch and Zach are playing winning basketball. That's not even really a question at this point. Not for me, at least. They're playing winning basketball. Haize, do you think Billy should start Jalen at the 4 and Vooch at the 5 to give some size? No, and the only reason I'll say no is because then we have no size off the bench, and you're right back in the same position. We have no other backup player that can play center reliably. Now you could maybe get away with that when Billy Donovan was using Patrick Williams to guard a lot of fives, and he was doing good guarding fives. But no, because at that point, who's going to be your backup 5? Who? Modest? Julian Phillips? Javon Carter? Like who? So I think that the limitation of the roster plays a part into that as well. Bulls have a 6-7 record this year when Zach plays. Cool. Hope the Bulls draft a big man next year. Well, I think this thing, right, in this draft, and I know it's going to piss off a lot of Bulls fans, but I think you have to go with best available. And that may be why a Kobe or Io or somebody gets moved, because I tell you what, I don't think you'll look Ace Bailey in the face just to spite the position. So it really depends on where they end up drafting, what's going on, those type of things. He didn't play Io the first half. No, no. Adrian, go back and look, and I'll bring it up to you. Io DeSumo played from day one. So go back and look. See, that's wrong. And this is where I say things. That's completely wrong. Io DeSumo played from game one of the season. Me and Eco Bean had this conversation before, and he had to be like, oh, wait, you're right. Go back and look. Io DeSumo played from game one in the preseason his rookie year. He played. So no, what are you talking about? He didn't play. He didn't play the first half. No, Io absolutely played the first half. Io played his whole entire rookie year. For example, the month of November, he averaged 11 minutes per game. Now, that's not a whole lot, but he played from game. He started off the first game of the season, 11 minutes. Third game of the season, 11 minutes. Fifth game of the season, 21 minutes. Now, in between that, he played 2 and 9 minutes in those other games. Io played every game that he was healthy his rookie year. He didn't get any DNPs. So I'm just saying. My point this year isn't necessarily that the Bulls need to land the first pick. That would be great, but the Bulls need to keep that pick. I think most people are going to agree with you on that one. I think most people are going to agree with you on that one. I'm just against tanking because I don't want the young guys we have and we're developing getting used to the mindset of losing and rolling over, all for an unproven player. Well, listen, everything's unproven. That of course, with the draft, that really doesn't make sense. It's all unproven. That's why you do your thing. But again, it's not about tanking. This team is just bad. So it's different there. Like, I don't think anybody's going to come out, even if the Bulls do trade Zach or Vooch, they're not going to come out and all of a sudden be like, oh, cool, let's just let people score. And no, they're going to be competing. Still going to be coaching them up. But just to say because somebody's unproven in the draft, no. Otherwise, are we gonna sign free agents up to talent this team? No, the Bulls have never been a free agent destination outside of DeMar. What our other best free agent outside of DeMar was what maybe Carlos Boozer in the last 20 years. So no, it's not just that's why you do your research. Like, yeah, it's not a guaranteed thing, but I hate to tell you, even veterans aren't a guaranteed thing. So you go after the potential and you try to develop. Facts says go for the best guy. Even that's funny. You keep you're on this Igor thing, huh? Haize, you think AK drafting youth with potential is too much of a crystal ball move? Guys coming out of college seem more NBA ready. No, look at Kessler and Dalton K, for instance. Well, I mean, Walker Kessler has looked okay, but let's not act like Walker Kessler looks like some great center. Like he doesn't. Like Walker Kessler looks solid. It's not great. But unfortunately, where the Bulls are right now, solid ain't gonna really up their ceiling much. You're still so yeah, you need to go after potential. Yeah, you need to go after high potential, especially if you have a top 10 pick. Now, I think for some teams, like if they're quicker along or whatever, you can go after the more sure thing. But I think you want to go after the high potential. Didn't his minutes increase more the second half? So, I mean, no. When you look at it, he went from. I mean, they went up over the whole season, but by December, which isn't even in the second half, he was averaging 25 minutes per game in December. Now, yes, his minutes went up after Lonzo went down because, of course, Lonzo went down and Zach went down for a little bit of that time as well. So yeah, the minutes increased, but Iowa was a heavy part of the rotation literally after his first 5 games into like even then he was in the rotation. His minutes just went into double digit minutes consistently after the first 5 games of his career. Andres Nocioni was the best free agent signing in the last. No, he wasn't. He wasn't better than DeMar DeRozan. Come on, bro. And I don't even shit. Was that even? Was that even at this point? um, was that even 20 years ago at this point? I don't even remember, man. That seems like forever ago. Andres Nocioni is 45 years old now. That's crazy. That's wild. We and yeah, it's 20 years ago, 2004. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Shout out to Noach, man. Best free agent last 20 years. Nope. And I can't say that because Paul wasn't here long enough. And listen, DeMar DeRozan broke records, Wilt Chamberlain records, records that stood longer than all of us were alive. I'm sorry. Like Paul Gasol was a great free agent signing, but I'm not saying that he's better than he wasn't here long enough. Now, DeMar was only here 3 years too. What Paul was here 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. I want to make sure I'm not tripping. Paul was only here 1 year? No, 2 years. Okay, yeah. 2 years. 2 years. Honestly, I just don't feel like seeing Giddy play. He's just take minutes from other guys, let him walk this. Like, come on, y'all got to stop with the knee jerk reactions, bro. Brian Scalabrine, that's hilarious. He may not be the best signing, but he was a fun signing, that's for sure. I think the team that will offer a decent deal for Vooch is Dallas. They probably offer Gafford. Reginald, where did you come up with that, brother? Where did you come up with that? Vooch makes no sense for Dallas at all. At all. They need players that can control that paint and roam defensively. As long as you have Clay, Luka, and Kyrie there, they don't need any more offense. Do you think Levine will get over 22 and a half points? Yes, probably. Two-time All-Star. So was DeMar DeRozan. Every player the Bulls let go went on to become better. Jamal Crawford, Elton Brand, Tyson Chandler, JR. Come on, we can't really hold JR Smith. Like JR Smith was an undrafted rookie. Like nobody saw that for JR Smith. Shannon Brown, come on. Are you really talking about Shannon Brown became a better player? Come on, fam. Laurie Marketing, yeah, but Laurie is literally Zach LaVine just 7 foot. That's it. So PJ Brown, come on, bro. Come on, man. You just wanted to complain. Delbert, stop doing cocaine, bro. Stop doing cocaine, man. Cristiano Felicio era was lit. Best free agent signing. Come on. Y'all just got to stop. I don't know why y'all want me to go Petty Roosevelt on y'all for these takes. PJ Brown, that dude was an old vet. Exactly. PJ Brown was in his like 14th year. He went on and got better. Come on, man. Like, you even know Delbert's being stupid, huh, baby? Look, Loki had to come up and be like, hey, man, get that idiot off the screen. I love you, dude. Watch out. Watch out. I need my mouse, man. You in the way of the mouse. Your head's big. Move. Thank you. Then we get PJ Brown at the end of his career. Yes, that's how you know Delbert was trolling. I can only see two teams needing Vooch, Phoenix Suns or maybe the Golden State Warriors. No, I could see the Memphis Grizzlies being in on Vooch potentially. I could see. There's another team that I talked about earlier. John Simons. No, John Simons' best career was here in Chicago when he averaged 20 points per game. Strus. Can't really count him, though. He was in the Windy City. It's not like he was on the actual Bulls. Miami Heat, an interesting team, but I don't know what draft picks. They're not interesting. There's nothing interesting about the Miami Heat. Nothing at this point in the season. I'm sorry. Memphis or Vooch, then they draft a big man who's playing damn good. He's not playing damn good. Go and look, like I said before, go and look at Zach Edey's foul rate, his rebounding rate at being 7.5. Go look at his efficiency scoring wise. Like, he's been fairly efficient at times, but let's not act like Zach Edey is the end all be all at centers for the Memphis Grizzlies. He's not. The Vooch trade I want the most is for Miles. They're not going to do that. There's no reason for them to do that. They're not going to trade defense for offense when defense is the thing that's hurting them the most. Damn, Zach Edey got hurt. He's out. Didn't even know that happened. Why did John Simons fall? He never fell off. John Simons was always a role player, but then he came to Chicago that year and he cooked, and then he went back to being a role player after that. I think he did have another really good season after leaving the Bulls, but I mean, he was a role player for the majority of his career. Yeah, he went to Milwaukee and averaged 20 points per game for them for 1 year in 2009-10. But he had those 2 years in Chicago where he played really good. Did the Bulls sign Brad Miller or get him in a trade? I think both, because he was here twice. I think Brad Miller was here twice, right? Or am I tripping on that? Was Brad Miller here twice? I think he was. Yeah, he was here twice. Early in his career in 2001 and 2001, and then 2001, 2002, and then he came back at the last leg of his career in 2008, 9, and 2009, 10. I remember when Pat got annoyed at Modest not playing minutes in the first game when AD got 14, and then he was so shocked when he found out he fouled out. Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. Fouling out in 14 minutes is crazy. Yeah, and then I think he's averaging like three, 4 fouls a game. And then outside of that, you guys gotta watch it. Zach Edey, literally, man, it's funny. It's funny. J.R. Smith, well, no, J.R. Smith was the first one. Who did we draft him? We did. We are right. I'm thinking about something else. So we drafted him and then we traded him. What did we trade him for? He was selected. Oh, he was selected by the. How did we get him? He was selected by the Hornets. I can't remember how it worked out. I know that we got him and then we immediately traded. Like he never actually played a game for us. I remember that. He was traded. He was traded alongside PJ Brown to us in exchange for Tyson Chandler, and then we turned around and traded him. So yeah, that's still a stupid trade. For Howard Isley and 2 second-round picks. The Bulls going bull, man. The Bulls going bull. Everyone I spoke to during the draft cycle told me he's too big to be. And you know, a lot of people still hold out that old mindset on because you're big, that means you can be good. And it doesn't. Now, he's a smart basketball player. And if he's able to stick around a long time in the NBA, it's going to come down to his basketball IQ and how he adjusts. But Zach Edey is, we'll see. We'll see. Some matchups favor the Bulls, and we normally match up well with the Hawks. Going to be trash defensively, though, without P. Will. Just got to hope it ain't that bad, and we shoot efficiently. Hey, from your mouth to God's ears. I'm trying to see if the Bulls came out with this starting lineup yet. Shout out to Zach LaVine coming into the stadium with the Bulls starter coat on. By the way, it's funny. It's funny. Hold on. It hasn't been quite cold enough to unleash this yet, but I'm look at the original starter. Y'all see, y'all don't remember with the pouches in the front. If it don't have the pouches in the front, it ain't an original starter jacket. It's not cold enough yet. I need to drop another 10 degrees and then I'm on it. You like the drip, don't you, low-key? Here, take this with you. I'm not going to lie. People like to hate on Brad Miller, but he came alive in the series against Boston. Maybe didn't score a lot of points, but he made some key plays. Oh, yeah. Brad Miller was definitely one of those guys that made a lot of key plays. For sure. Haize, random thought. I took a look at Kai Soto. He's got some promise. Boy, fix your fucking eyes. No, he has no promise. Kai Soto is fucking trash. It's trash. You legit got some Bulls drip I've never seen. Hey, listen. I told you I live by a very simple rule. It drops, I cop. That's it. That's it. Very simple rule. But I don't have this one's mainly red. The one Zach LaVine got on is mainly black. I may have to go back into the connects and find this mug. Hold on, let me show y'all the one Zach got on. Yeah, that mug fire. That mug fire. Yep, I'm gonna have to find that one. Gonna have to find it. That Bulls hat is crazy good. Appreciate that. Yo, the gold and silver outline goes hard. Hey, shout out to the Bulls for dropping this colorway, man. Kai Soto was trash playing for the Adelaide Adelaide 36ers, who the hell actually thinks he'll be good in the NBA? Nobody. Nobody. You got that one? Oh, I forgot I can do the circle to search now. Hold on, wait a second. We gonna find it. You ain't gotta worry about it. It will, one thing around here, it will get copped. That's not a problem. We're just gonna do this right here. Bam. Bam. Found it. And it's in the cart. Very simple. I told you I live by a very simple rule around here. That's it. Hey, this may not mean anything to you, but before my uncle passed away, I showed him a couple of your videos when you first started out, and when you said my name, he tripped out and smiled. Well, shout out to you. That's a great moment, bro. Great moment. Never forget that. That definitely means something to me. That's nice, man. Has your opinion changed on the NBA Cup the last couple of couple? This is only the second year of it, Vern. A couple of years. It's only been a year. What you see? Vern really lives in the future, and he proves it every time. Every time, Vern ain't from the rest of us, bro. He's not from the same era as the rest of us. Vern is from the future. I keep trying to tell people that. They don't be wanting to listen. Vern ain't from this universe, bro. He is from the multiverse. I keep telling y'all that. Oh no, Haize way too quick with the merch. Hey, listen. I only pledge allegiance to the hotness. That's it. It's in the cart. That's all I can say. All right, let's see. Did the Bulls drop anything yet as far as the starting lineup? Still no starting lineup. How much have you spent on spent on Bulls gear, Haize? Oh, I mean, over the years, easily probably $40,000-$50,000 of Bulls gear. Like, and I don't even say that to brag. You got to think. Let's think of it this way. Let's put this in perspective, right? I own well over 150 Chicago Bulls hats. Those range between, let's just do some quick math, right? And we'll do an average because usually about $45. I owe 110 Bulls hats, probably about 115 ish now. Let's just do a middle. We'll do 112 Bulls hats. Times that by 35. We'll just do because I get some on sale. That's $3,920 right there. So I have about $4,000 in just Bulls. This isn't even the Bears. This is just Bull stuff. So that's about $4,000 in hats. $4,000 in hats. I own 215 Chicago Bulls t-shirts, short sleeve and long sleeve combined. That's not even counting the jackets, the hoodies, the starter jackets, the varsity jackets, nothing like that. So with those t-shirts, they range between 25 about $40. So let's do it in the middle. Let's say $32. 215 times 32, that's $6,888 right there. So rounded up about $7,000. That's $11,000 right there just from short sleeve shirts, long sleeve shirts, and hats. And starter jackets, which are $150, $200 a piece. Varsity jackets, about $150 a piece. I got about 5 or 6 of those. Shorts, socks. Oh yeah, $20,000-$30,000 worth of Bulls gear easily. Easily. That's it. So, yeah. And you must have a whole other entire house just for your merch collection. No. I do benefit from having a walk-in closet though, so there's that. That's reasonable, honest to be honest. It's over years though. It's not like I'm spending all that in 1 year, right? So like it'd be different if I was just like, oh, wake up, boom, $20,000 on Bulls gear. Like that's not what happened. I bet you go in Haize closet and it's hard to find anything without a bull. So I have my closet organized. The whole right side of the closet is all Bulls gear. It's Bulls t-shirts and long sleeve shirts at the top. Then my jackets, the coats now. The coats are down here. I actually have a rack just for the Bulls coats. But I have the jackets, pullovers, those type of things down at the bottom ring of the closet. And then on the left side of the closet is all my Bears gear. Same setup, jackets at the bottom, all that type of shit, other shit at the top. Then I have a little section for my Chicago Sky gear, and then the White Sox gear is all basically folded up because I haven't wore White Sox gear in a minute. So how much is in a storage unit? No, I got a big ass house, so I don't have a storage unit. Everything is here because I need to have access to all the shit. I need to be able to touch it. If I can't touch it, something's wrong. Oh, they got a 30% off Black Friday deal, do they? Say less. Say motherfucking less. Hayes, question: are you going to watch the Club Shay Shay Cat Williams Part 2 interview when it comes out January 3rd next year? Heard he's going to expose a lot more. I didn't even know that was going to happen. If it does, great, cool. But all right, y'all, gonna get ready to wrap it up. Let's check one more time to see if they got the starter lineup out. I don't think that they do. Oh, starters out. The fuck! The starting lineup is Josh Giddey, Kobe White, Zach LaVine, Io DeSumo, and Nikola Vucevic. Why does Billy Donovan hate anybody over 6'7"? Why does he do that? Why does he do that? Io DeSumo starting at the 4. Love you guys, man. We'll be here at the halftime hangout. Love you guys. Go Bulls. See Red, y'all. Peace. Jesus Christ.